Okay, so excuse the creaking. Let me fix my pillows. I basically just wanted to come and do a little knitting and chatting with you guys. I don't really know what I want to talk about. I just know that I want to cut on the camera and just, see where my mouth takes me. One thing I do know for sure, and I know this is just like really off the cuff and jumping without any explanation, but this is just kind of what's been going in my head. The thoughts that have been running in my head lately. And it's like, why am I not living? I noticed that my pattern for the past month or two has literally been to go to work, come home, maybe work out, maybe not, most of the time not, maybe study Korean, maybe not, most of the time not, maybe clean up a little bit, and then take a shower, go to bed, wake up, go to work. And that's literally been the repeat of my life. And so for the month of October, I woke up one day and it just hit me. It's like, why am I not living? Why am I not exploring my likes, my dislikes, learning more about myself and investing into myself? Yes, that was the thing. Why am I not investing into myself? Why, I have a job, I make income. Why am I not using that income to become a better person, to educate myself, to take different courses of things that I'm interested in? So my sister, she had reminded me, she had said, why don't you take an online Korean class? And I was like, that is so true. So I booked a trial class for italki for Korean. And I'm just gonna try a few different teachers to see which one I like best. And I'm gonna invest in my interest of learning languages and learning about different cultures. I've been wanting to study Korean since 2014, and it's really been an on and off journey for me. And I know that at the end of every year, I would get disappointed because that would be the same goal that I would write down for the next year. So if it was 2018, I would write, I want to learn Korean. And by the end of 2018, I would be disappointed because I didn't make as much progress as I had wanted to. And so it would just keep being put on the next goal for the next year. And I'm like, something in me just snapped. And I'm like, why am I doing that to myself? Why am I living this unintentional, unfulfilled life when I only have one life? I've been trying to cut out social media as much as possible, but you're still not living. And yeah, you may not be, comparing yourselves to other people per se, but you're still not living a truly fruitful and fulfilled life just by yourself either. And my sister had also asked me a question. She said, what is confidence? And she took me for a loop on that one. I was like, I need to really think about that for a second. But then it hit me. Confidence is knowing. You're confident in something that you're sure about, something that you know and believe in, just like every day, because from your forefathers on to the time you've been alive, every day you wake up, the sky is gonna be blue. And so you have a confidence in it because it's something that you know for sure. And so I told her, confidence is that knowing. So the reason that I may not be confident in myself is because I may not fully know myself in a certain area. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm interested in a certain area. I do not know what I like because I don't take the time to do that because I've just been living this. The devil is very crafty in the way that he likes to distract us and make us not live a fulfilled life. And I noticed that, and I was like, okay, we need to cut that out. And it doesn't have to be a complete life change where we're just, scratching everything and starting new habits. And, most of the time that doesn't work for me personally. So I'm like, why not just be the best you for each day? And my brother, he had came up with this amazing quote that I put on my Instagram, and it's humility is improvement. especially as Christians, we always like to talk about humility and being humble. But a lot of times we're just being fake humble. We act lowly. We act like, oh, I don't need a lot of money to live. I don't really want, to live this high, grand lifestyle. That's not being humble. Humility is improving each day and being humble enough, knowing enough that you don't know, that you may not know everything, to then humble yourself and figure it out and learn and know and grow. And I think that's why the Bible say that a teachable heart and a teachable spirit is like very, very important, because as long as you're always trying to learn and always trying to improve, you can succeed. But the moment that you do think you know, and the moment that you harden your heart to saying, maybe I am wrong, maybe I need to, change my perspective on something, that's when it gets tough. I lost my train of thought because let me finish this right here. Oh, also, what I'm working on is a custom order for a top that I've never made before. It's gonna be like a lace top. I'll like insert some pictures of kind of like the inspiration of that top. But back to the topic at hand. So I told myself, then what are you gonna do to improve? I bought this book called My Best Life, and I got this from Barnes and Nobles, and it's basically like different quotes. I can read you, not quotes, different prompts to knowing, learning more about yourself. And it says, containing hundreds of thought-provoking questions, My Best Life has been cleverly designed to help you dig deep and uncover what's holding you back from living your best life. With these questions as prompts for your journey, deeper self-knowledge is guaranteed, and with it comes the tools to live an authentic, happy life. So, let me see if I can find one. Because I like skip around. I don't go from page to page. I kind of skip around. So this one is saying no. How easy is it for you to say no? Saying no has always seemed difficult. I felt like I had no choice, as I needed the people around me. Now I am learning all I need is God. Putting my faith in man will always lead to disappointment, as we all are merely human. I do not like conflict because I don't like being hurt. So I have people pleased out of that need for years. Yet why do I still feel so empty? It's because by saying no, others get their needs met while I stand still searching. No, I will no longer allow people to tell me who they think I am, but I will take root in who God says I am. He never says no. It's always better. And even just touching in on that, like, God never says no. It's always better. It's because he ultimately knows what's best for us. And I woke up this morning and I was about to go into this worry, this spout of anxiety and worry, because I have a lot of quick decisions that need to be made. But I tell myself, if God ultimately knows, if in Jeremiah he says, I know the plans and the thoughts that I have towards you, plans of good and not of evil, to give you a hope and a future, and I'm paraphrasing, but it's Jeremiah 29:11. If he knows me and he has gone before me, if he's Alpha and Omega at the beginning and the end, then I need to put my confidence in him. But then that goes back to you not taking the time to truly know God. And that's why sometimes you may lack confidence in certain areas of putting trust of your life in certain areas. Like you may trust him for financial blessings and to help you on the job, but you may not trust him in relationships to give you a, fulfilling, happy, joyful relationship, and because you may not know him in that area. So if you take the time to learn him in that area, to look up scriptures and learn more about what he says about, fulfilling us for the needs of marriage and relationships and, that whole thing, then you will then become confident in him because you have learned him. I'm telling you, I'm going to get it, y'all. It's a day-by-day process. And there's another thing that has been going on in my head. See, all these thoughts and conversations go on in my head. And I'm like, I need to start talking them out because I don't always write them down. And this can just be something I could look back on for where I was, like, in the moment of October, in this season of my life where I'm really trying to find more about myself, because I'm already here. you know, and there's already things that I do know about myself, but just to get a deeper knowledge of myself and to become more intimate in the relationship with myself. This I don't want to say trend or fad, but just the climate of where the world is at, of self-improvement, you know, self-help, self-love. And my brother, he made an amazing statement, and that's self-love is fighting for yourself, is not putting up with, like what I just read to you, people pleasing because you're afraid of being hurt. So let's dig deep into why you're afraid of being hurt, why you're afraid of rejection, why are you afraid of being alone. And no, I'm not being my own therapist, and there are many things that you might need to go to therapy for, or you might, you know, not, you might learn and might know, but then you then put in steps and boundaries to not continue to go back to that same place. Because life is a journey and you're always going to be tested. That's just what life is. It's one big test. And at the end of it, I want God to say, well done, my good and faithful servant. So that is kind of where my mind has been lately, just thinking about ways to invest in myself. With the resources that I have, it doesn't have to be this big and grand and, you know, things. You just do it on your level. And I'm like, I don't even watch movies. I don't even listen to music like that. I mean, my playlist is Jaden Smith 070 Minnow, because I love Minnow. And I listen to like some Christian music. Kelsey Bleed Love. I've been loving listening to her album every single morning. I love her song Hyssop, Shores of Your Love, Northern Lights. I just love Kelsey Bleed Love. But I don't even know if she's still making music, because I don't even do like research on the artist. I just, if I'm on like Spotify or on Apple Music and I hear something I like, I just put it in my playlist. So my back is starting to hurt. So this video is about to be in it soon. But that's just basically what I wanted to share and talk about is, you know, stop allowing the devil to steal your time and just start small. Start by doing small things you enjoy. Figure out what you enjoy. Try different things. Like, I want to take a dance class. I want to learn how to ride horses. There's many hobbies that I would like to get into, but what can I do now? You know, I want to be a faithful steward over what God has given me now. He has given me one body, one life. I've been really getting into hygiene lately. I love watching Chloe Yasmin. And since I work on drive-through at Chick-fil-A, and especially in the summertime, I was like, first off, y'all not gonna catch me lacking. It's already hot outside. We're all already sweating. I don't want to come up to your car, taking your order, breath stinking, and, you know, not smelling good, armpits sweaty. So during the summer, I had really got into hygiene to figure out how can I smell freshest all day when I can't go into the bathroom to, oh, I thought I saw something that's like, when I can't go into the bathroom to refresh myself. So I might make a video on how I do that. But yeah, and even when I went to Bath and Body Works last night, because I needed to restock up on pumpkin latte body scrub that I freaking love from Bath and Body Works. Their fall line is just incredible. And so I was restocking up on that, and some of the employees, they were like, you smell really good. So I was just giving them some of the tips and tricks of how I smell good and continue to smell good all day, and to where it really lasts long. And it's really about layering. I'm gonna make another video about that, but layering your smells, your scents, your creams, your lotions, your scrubs, your oils, all of that's important. And you don't necessarily have to see, okay, let me stop talking before I give all the details away so I can make a separate video on that. But basically, that is where my thoughts have been. Living a more intentional life, not just letting the days pass you by and just being in the routine habit of just going about your day in the motions, but truly taking hold of the moment and being in the moment, being in the present, registering what you're doing. And even when you're talking to other people, you know, registering the conversation, not thinking about what you have going on here, and here, but really focusing in, honing in on the conversation, asking questions, engaging, letting people know that they are heard. That's something that we do at Chick-fil-A, and that's something that I like doing in general when I'm talking to people, is really learning to be in the moment, looking them in the eye, and having a conversation with them. We were in a pandemic for a long time, and I missed my one-on-one interactions with people because I genuinely do love people. I love talking to people. I love talking in general. And yeah, just learning more about myself, finding out what I'm passionate about, what I'm not passionate about, and also giving myself room to change. What I like now, I may not like later. What I'm interested in now, I may not like a week from now, 5 months from now, 10 years from now. Who knows? We grow and mature with time. But just in this season, living that out with intentionality, living it out intentionally, and just being a good steward of what God has given you. And I will put up a few scriptures of what I've been reading to just kind of put it into my mind, ingrain it into my spirit, become confident in knowing that, because it is true what it talks about in James, that we would look at a mirror, walk away and forget like that. That is something that is so true. So I just want to get to the point where these are things that these are scriptures and things that I could pull on. So when those moments of anxiety and depression and worry about my life and the circumstances of my life and making decisions and not knowing if I'm doing the best thing, when all those things start flooding and pouring out on me, I can be still like Jesus was in the boat and ask him to help me calm the sea, calm the waters of the storms in my life, close my eyes and truly rest in him, knowing that he's going to take care of me, and he has everything already planned out. All I have to do is rest and walk in it. What type of beautiful life is that? And a lot of times we live this harsh life, and we go through all these self-made crazy things because we're not resting. We're trying to figure it out and do it on our own, and do it in our own strength, and not truly relying on the strength that God has already provided for us. He said he would be our strength in our weakness. That's why we should boast more gladly in our weakness, because that gives God ample opportunity to show us how iconic he is in chaos. God knows how to work in chaos. You know, he is the King, Lord of Lords. He is above all, and at the end of the day, he loves us. We are his children. We were created in his image. He looks after us. He has not forgotten us, and he's going to make things right, and it's all going to be okay. All we have to do is breathe, do well with what he has given us now, and he will continue to light our path and guide our steps. But the thing is, especially for me, is I want to know the whole plan now, beginning to end now. And it's like, no, then what would be the need for faith if I knew everything now? I'm telling you, he be eating me up and I be eating myself up. But I love it though, because God does chastise those that he loves. And in the moment, you know, pride kicks in and the flesh kicks in, and it doesn't feel good. And it is irritating sometimes, because it's like, I'm a Christian. I've been a Christian all my life. I should have this down by now. But who says? We're not perfect. I don't have it all together. And I'm trying, just like the next person, just to live the best life that I can. And one of my statements that I've always said since I was little is, I want to die empty. I don't want to die with all this potential, and I don't want to die not getting all that God has called for me to have in this life, with this one body. And that has been one of my fears that I'm giving over to the Lord. And the only way I can do that, live this fulfilled life and to die empty, giving out all my potential and being the best version of me I could be each day, is starting now and not allowing the devil to distract me to waste my time living this unfulfilled life. And it's not a good look. When I look back at how I've been living for the past few months compared to what I'm striving for now, I'm like, what was I doing? Why was I coming home every day just going to bed at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and not chilling, stretching, taking the time to do the things that I love? Like, I love knitting, I love crocheting, and even in this, being more intentional with Dezzyloops and where I want that to go. That's a whole nother video in itself. But I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna go chill, finish working on this top, probably film some more videos. I need to make a yarn review for some Hobie yarn that I had got, because I'm gonna do a series on making a cardigan inspired by Minnow's album Take. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. And you know, if your spirit agreed with anything or didn't agree with anything, please comment below, because I love having engaging conversations, just talking about life. I think it's very important. And a lot of times, I notice that the way God speaks to me is through having conversations with other people. So yeah, if you want to add any points to this conversation as well, please comment below as well. And yeah, add me on Instagram and TikTok, because I'm also doing a 3-month challenge on there, and that's just posting without worrying about the algorithm, posting whenever I feel like it, and if I don't feel like it, not posting. Just really being intentional about what I'm doing and just having fun with my life. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications for when I decide to upload another video. I don't know when it'll be, but that's why I said video every whenever. Thank you guys again, and I hope you guys have a blessed evening or night. Goodbye.